Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Be Well Club podcast. Today, we are going to talk about the number one habit successful women swear by. And I know you're probably expecting me to say something like waking up at 5 a.m., crushing a 2-hour morning routine with journaling, yoga, and a green smoothie, or working harder than everyone else, right? But nope, that's not it. Because I have seen women do all those things and still feel exhausted, they feel stuck, and they feel overwhelmed. So if you have ever found yourself wondering, why am I working so hard but still feeling like I'm never doing enough? Or why do I constantly feel like I'm running on fumes? Then this episode is 100% for you. Because here's the truth. The most successful women, the ones who are truly thriving, they don't just grind harder. They protect their energy. They know that if they don't take care of themselves or their work or their focus or their relationships, their success will all suffer. And today we're breaking it all down. The number one habit that keeps high achieving women at the top of the game, and how burnout is actually blocking you from success and not pushing you toward it, and how to start prioritizing your mind, your body, and your energy without adding more stress to your day. So if you have been feeling drained or overwhelmed or just off lately, grab your coffee. Actually, scratch that. We all know coffee spikes your cortisol, and we don't want that. So grab something that is caffeine free, so like your favorite tea or your favorite juice, because we're about to change the way we approach success, all right? So let's get into it. So let's get real for a second. I feel like we have actually been lied to about success because we've always been told that the harder we work, the more successful we'll be, right? And that if we are not exhausted at the end of the day, we must not be working hard enough. And let me just tell you, that is complete bullshit. For years, I thought if I just pushed harder, I'll finally feel successful. If I just hustle more, I will finally feel ahead instead of behind. And if I just keep grinding, eventually I will feel like I made it. And you know what actually happened? The complete opposite. I burned out, like completely burned out. I was constantly tired. My brain felt foggy. I sometimes just had like those moments where I felt super dumb. I'd sit down to work, and even though I was staring at my laptop for hours, I wasn't actually getting anything done. And here's the crazy part. I thought I just needed to work harder. I thought like the exhaustion was just a sign that I was doing something right. But let's break this down logically for a second. If you are constantly mentally exhausted, physically drained, and emotionally wiped out, how are you supposed to perform at your best, right? Simple, you can't. And when I started actually studying the habits of successful women and the ones who weren't just successful in their business, but also in their life, I realized something major. They don't just push through. They protect their energy like it is their job. And for them, it is. Think about it. Kim Kardashian? Yeah, sure. Say whatever you want about her, right? But that woman, she built a billion-dollar empire. And guess what? She doesn't wake up and immediately check emails. She moves her body. She eats well. And she protects her peace before she even starts her day. Oprah Winfrey, she refuses to start her day without meditation because she knows it helps her make better decisions. Ariana Huffington, she literally passed out from exhaustion and had to completely rethink her entire approach to success. And it's not just them. Every high-achieving woman I know has one thing in common. They don't let burnout run their life. But I know what you're thinking. Okay, but they have money, they have assistants, they have personal chefs, all the resources in the world. Of course they can prioritize themselves, right? And listen, I hear you, okay? You and I might not have a private chef making you organic meals or a team of people making sure your schedule stays on track. But here is what you do have. You have the ability to make small shifts in your day that add up in a massive way. So, how? Well, let's get into it. All right, so now that we know self care isn't a luxury and it's a necessity, how do we actually make it happen? Because I get it, you're busy, you have things to do, so nope, I'm not about to tell you to start a 5 hour morning routine or spend half your day meditating, all right? Instead, let's talk about small shifts that will actually make a huge difference in how you feel and how you show up. And I'm going to break this down into 3 areas: your mind, your body, and your soul. So let's start with your mind, how to stay clear, how to stay focused, and how to stay energized. So number 1 thing you have to do is start your morning with intention and not stress, okay? Let's drop our phones. Let's not wake up and immediately check on our phones, okay? Take 5 minutes to breathe, stretch, or just drink water. It sounds small, but the way you start your morning sets a tone for your entire day. And then I want you guys to start eating intentionally, eat food that actually fuels your brain, not just coffee and vibes. If your breakfast is just caffeine and whatever that's convenient for you, your energy is going to crash by noon, I promise you. And I probably feel like you know this by now. And instead, prioritize protein, fiber, and healthy fats, like oatmeal with chia seeds or eggs with avocado. I love oatmeal with chia seeds. They are just, they're so good. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but I really love it, okay? Anyway, and then what I want you guys to try as well is to work in focus blocks instead of multitasking. Because studies have actually shown that our brain can only focus for 90 minutes at a time before it needs a reset. So instead of focusing yourself to push through exhaustion, set a timer for deep focus work and then take a break. And now, when it comes to your body, I want you to think about ways that you can keep your energy up without burning out. So think about moving your body daily. And no, I'm not saying you need to do a hardcore workout because that will definitely drain you. Instead, a simple 15-minute walk, stretching, or even dancing around your kitchen counts because movement equals more energy, right? Crazy, but it's the truth. And then hydrate like your brain depends on it because it actually does. Most of us are walking around dehydrated without realizing it. I want you to try drinking a full glass of water first thing in the morning and keeping a water bottle nearby. I promise you, it's going to change your life. I have a huge water bottle here and I just can't live without it now. And number 3, regulate your nervous system so you're not in a constant state of stress. If you feel anxious, try box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4, and keep repeating it until you feel calmer. And I promise you will feel calmer in less than a minute. When it comes to your soul, I want you to protect it like a CEO. Create boundaries that actually protect your time. Because successful women, they don't say yes to everything. I kid you not. They protect their energy because they know it's their greatest asset. And before you wind down, disconnect everything so that your brain can actually rest. Try setting a no phone rule at least 30 minutes before bed and see how much better you feel in the morning. And lastly, give yourself permission to rest without guilt. Because if you want to be at your best, you have to recharge. So here's my challenge for you guys. Pick one habit from today's episode and commit to it. Because at the end of the day, your success starts with you. And you don't get to the top by running yourself into the ground. You get there by taking care of you. I'll see you next time.